Good afternoon, guys. It's Momo Karen doing a little bit of a car vlog with you today. Sitting outside of my house trying to get going this morning. Oops, let me turn off my radio. How are y'all doing? Anything new with you guys? We've had weather the last week that's been up and down, hot, cold. Back up today. We're supposed to have, I think, 4 days of 90-degree weather. Right now it is 76 degrees and it's 1:21 p.m. and I don't think we're going to make it to 90 today. But it's a lot different than it was when we had weather that was in the 30s and 40s. This is a rough road. I'm on a side road headed to the post office in my little town. I don't know if I mentioned, but it's Monday and I am home by myself. The hubby's gone. He always goes once a week to the nursing home, and what's odd is he's actually going to see my dad. Usually I have a little one, and he would rather me stay home with the little one. He likes getting out. He really does. He likes getting out, and he likes the idea that he can go and help my sister. Even though I don't know that she really feels like he's much help to her. He's company, though, and they can argue about politics, whereas if my sister and I start discussing politics, it's usually we end up being mad, so I don't really need to do that. I do try to go see him as often as I can. My dad's in a nursing home that's about 50 miles from where I live, and it's in the same town that my brother and my sister live, so they pretty well do all the checking on him. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go in and get my mail, and I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, guys, I am back. I just about got ran over at the post office. They're on Main Street. Some idiot came barreling down. I don't know how fast. He was going pretty darn fast, I tell you that. And where was our local police? Sitting at the quick stop. I did tell him about it, but, you know, I'm going to do any good. You know, the thing is, we have kids. This is a little bitty town. And we have kids that walk these streets all the time. All the time. And people do not need to be driving down Main Street that fast. Number one, the road's in terrible condition. So, you know it's going to be a rough road. A rough ride, rather. But it's not safe. Okay, over with that rant. Headed to the store. Got to get a few groceries. I think I'm going to marinate some chicken breasts and grill those tonight. And I got to watch my time because I've got to pick the 2 first graders up. They only have, this is their last full week of school, and then 3 days next week. So then the fun's going to begin for my husband and I, because we keep them every day. Some days I don't keep them on Monday. Well, I won't keep 2 of them on Monday, but I'll keep 1 of them every day. And they're good kids. They're really good kids. We're really lucky. I've got one of my grandsons, he's a first grader. Oh my gosh. He is going through this thing where he just talks incessantly. And he wants your attention. He wants you looking at him and, you know, listening to him. And he's a science nerd. In a good way. I mean that in a very good way. But gosh dang, sometimes I just want to say, would you shut up for just a minute? I used to get tickled at my son-in-law and my daughter, because when they'd go on vacation with their 2 children, he'd come back and the kids would come back and they'd tell me, Daddy said that we couldn't talk through the whole state of Georgia. And I understand that now. Isn't that funny though? You can't talk in Georgia. So it cracks me up. I just wanted to kind of report a little bit. My brother, I told you that my brother and my sister-in-law and his family lived on the river, and Their house is on 13-foot stilts. I think I mentioned that. I'm not sure. I've told so many stories to different people, I can't remember who I told why. But anyway, their house is on 13-foot stilts, and it's a 2-story house anyway. And the water got in. I don't know what the highest crest point was, but it got into their whole house and up until the 2nd floor, I think. I don't know that it got totally in the 2nd floor, but when they tried to get in their house the other day, first off, they could barely get the door open because of the lock. Then once they got the door open, the refrigerator had floated in front of the door. So once they got in, they said it was a mess. It wasn't like anything that they could ever imagine. Big pieces of furniture had floated in front of the doorways, like they couldn't get to the stairwell. They couldn't get to the 1st-story bedrooms. And of course the furniture was waterlogged. It had been sitting in water. And so I think it was maybe just a couple of them that had gone in to look. And so, you know, I don't know that they could even move it at that point. And my sister-in-law says she looked up at her chandeliers, and a pot, she'd had a flower pot, I guess that had been in her kitchen, maybe, or kitchen or her dining room, I don't know. But anyway, it had somehow, minus the dirt and minus the flower, lodged itself up in the chandelier. And so when she looked up, she saw the chandelier and the pot was in it. And also she'd had some grapes, some decorative grapes in a fruit bowl someplace. That was up there. Can you imagine such a thing? I just can't imagine. And then I just can't imagine anything like that. I know that she and her son, my sister-in-law and her son, were going to go have a tetanus because you really don't need to be messing with that kind of stuff. And the insurance company, this is what they want them to do. They want them to photograph every item inside the house and then photograph it again, I guess, outside to see if it was cleaned up or anything. Is that not ridiculous? And they have to have an inventory of everything. To me, you pay your insurance for a reason. You know, I don't understand that, but that's not either here nor there. And the last I'd heard, which I guess this is Monday, I didn't talk to her Sunday. I talked to her Saturday, my sister-in-law, and the insurance hadn't called to schedule an appointment with them. So they do have a little rent house, and I think they finally got the electricity turned on. I don't know about anything else, but I've got to call her today and see what's going on, because I don't know, it's just a big mess. I think it's more than I think I could handle, but you know, they've been real upbeat and positive about it. And you know, my brother said it's just stuff doesn't matter. He's okay, his wife's okay, his son is okay, and that's what matters. And you know, where my nephew works, which has their son, of course, like they've been staying in a hotel I don't know, for over a week, probably a week anyway. That company that he works for is going to pay that hotel bill for as long as they need it. And I just think that's amazing. And then they also gave my nephew Chad a check so that he could go get clothes, because you know, all they had was, when they left the house, it was warm weather. You know, I think he took shorts, and you know, he's a young kid, you know, just that kind of stuff. And so they didn't have anything. They didn't have jackets. They didn't have anything. They expected to be out of their house for 2 or 3 days. So anyway, it's just amazing, the kindness of people, and I am so thankful, you know, for that, because I have never had anybody, any of my family members, go through, you know, a natural catastrophe like that. You know, I don't guess we've had any fires, or, you know, not devastating tornadoes or anything where we had to start completely over. Not in my immediate family. I know I had some cousins that did, but anyway, that's the update with my my family. Excuse me. Things are going well here. I need to go get me some chicken breasts so that I can marinate them a little bit so I can grill those tonight. Hope y'all are doing well, and if you're subscribed to me and you watch and comment, I sure appreciate it. I don't have many subscribers, y'all have heard my little story before, and I'd like to grow a little bit because, you know, I guess I'm just normal. I want people to watch me. I'm entertaining, aren't I? That's my eyes watering. I cry too easily. I hate that about myself too. So I forgot what I was saying. I cry too easily. Oh, I think I'm entertaining. Not really. I'm not very entertaining, and I'm certainly not very professional, am I? I think I probably need to watch some videos on how to make videos, and I know I need to watch some videos on how to edit, because I still hadn't got the music part figured out. I can get it started, but I can't get it always to stop where I want, and I guess I'm just not. I need to probably get one of my kids to work with me a little bit and show me a little bit. You'd think I'd know more than I do, but I don't. You know, I just haven't ever done anything like that. I've just done straight documents and, you know, spreadsheets and that kind of thing, but I don't know anything about using, I guess, creative tools, so I need to up my game a little bit on that. Okay, I am going to leave now. Y'all take care, and thanks again for watching, and you all have a great and blessed week. Bye-bye.